Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Tuesday. Today we are going to continue in social studies looking at national holidays to explain and understand why people celebrate these holidays. Today's holiday is called Juneteenth. It's also known as Emancipation Day. This is a particularly African American holiday that is celebrated in our country that celebrates the end of slavery. However, lots of other people and cultures in the United States can join in and celebrate this day. This holiday is on June 19th, so it will be next week. We're going to first read a book, an epic books, to get a little understanding of the history and the reasons behind this holiday. And then you're going to go into Seesaw. When you go into Seesaw, you're going to see this worksheet. The first thing you need to do in the box is draw a picture of a Juneteenth celebration, which we will learn about in a few minutes. In the middle here, you need to write 2 facts about the holiday. And at the very end, you need to tell why the holiday is important. Now remember, holidays happen in cultures because that is a way to help bring people together and help them feel united. We have lots of different holidays that are celebrated, and some have more importance than others. For instance, the 4th of July is a really big holiday for our country because that's when we got our independence from Great Britain, and we all come together to celebrate being an American. Then there are holidays like Christmas, which are very important to some people, but other people don't celebrate at all. The important thing is to understand what these holidays are, why people celebrate them, and then look for things that have commonalities with holidays that we celebrate so that we can understand and appreciate that although we might not participate in this holiday, we understand and respect the importance to the people who do. All right, so let's switch over to Epic Books. We're going to look for this book right here. It's got a purple cover and it says Juneteenth. It's got about 24 pages. I'm going to read it quickly through so we can get an understanding about this important holiday. So, just like every other book that I've been reading for holidays, or the one yesterday and a few other ones that I have read for past holidays, we're looking at a nonfiction book. I know it's a nonfiction book because it's giving true facts about a topic. It has real photographs. And then I see other text features like a little caption down here. I see headings. So let's go ahead and get started. Juneteenth is here. People gather around a stage. They watch a historical reenactment. So I can see a historical reenactment is where people go back, they dress in costume from a time, like in the clothes that people would have wore at that time, and they reenact some important historical event that's happened in their country. An army general says, all slaves are free. Everyone cheers. It's Juneteenth. What is Juneteenth? Juneteenth marks the end of slavery in the United States. It's also called Freedom Day. Many people honor African American culture. Who celebrates Juneteenth? African Americans observe this holiday. Other people can join in too. It's an official holiday in most states. Juneteenth beginnings. The United States used to practice slavery. In 1863, President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation freed the last slaves, but the news spread slowly. There's a picture of President Lincoln right there. The news reached Galveston, Texas last. The state's 250,000 African American slaves became free on June 19, 1865. So from the time President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation till the time news reached Galveston, Texas was 2 years. That was a long time for the news to spread that the slavery had been ended in our country. They chose to celebrate this day every year. Time to celebrate. Juneteenth takes place on June 19. The name comes from this date. Texas made it a holiday in 1980. Other states followed. So here we can go and we can look at this little chart here that gives us some information. It's a timeline actually, the Juneteenth timeline. 1863, Emancipation Proclamation frees the last slaves. June 1865, 2 years later, news of the Emancipation Proclamation reaches Galveston, Texas. December 1865, the 13th Amendment ends slavery in the United States. So our Constitution was ratified to make it illegal to have slavery anymore. It was officially ended at that time. And then in 1980, Texas makes Juneteenth a state holiday. Juneteenth traditions. African Americans celebrate their heritage on this day. Many go to church, they sing spirituals, and they remember their ancestors. Some cities hold parades. People fly a special flag, they listen to speeches about the past, and they also share hope for their future. Over here on this purplish pink page, it tells you how to make a Juneteenth flag. So it gives you the directions that you're going to need, and it tells you everything and shows you what the flag should look like for this holiday. Families spend time together. Many have barbecues and sip red soda. Red stands for the strength of the freed slaves. People honor the strength. They celebrate freedom. And that's it, boys and girls. That's why we have this holiday coming up on June 19th called Juneteenth. It's a day for the African American community to celebrate that slavery was outlawed in this country and that all people that had been held as slaves were now free. Great holiday for us to know about, to understand, and to celebrate, and to think about how is this holiday, if you're not African American and aren't going to celebrate it, how is this holiday like holidays that you celebrate? Like, how is it like the 4th of July, where we also celebrate freedom? People have barbecues, people go to parades, people do all sorts of fun things with their families. So this is why it's important to understand holidays. Even if we don't celebrate the holiday, we can look for the commonalities that help bring us together as a people and celebrate the differences in our country while still respecting and honoring the fact that we also have some similarities. All right, if you have any questions, you can come see me at my office hour. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow.